Hi, this is Mamita Rahman, the immigration attorney here to help you navigate this complex world of immigration. Today, we're going to talk about the amazing news of 100 days halting deportation by the administration of our new president, Biden and Harris. So, as we all know, deportation is a big problem in this country. Deportation essentially means that a person who does not have the legal immigrant status to be here will be removed for violations. The most common violation that is a target for deportation is just being here unlawfully. So, for example, if you enter with a visa and it expires, you're considered to be here unlawfully and subject to deportation, or what we call removal defense. Also, if you entered illegally and you're here without permission, you are also subject to deportation. Another way that people can become subject to deportation is even if they have a green card, if they commit certain crimes or commit misrepresentations, they may become subject to deportation as well. So why does this matter? Why does a 100-day halt on deportations matter so much? Number one, the majority of persons who are subject to deportation have been here in the US for 10, 20, 30 years with families, with children, with roots in the US. But why a 100-day halt on deportation matters so much is for the reason that persons who have done nothing criminal, they have not violated any criminal laws, may still be deported no matter whether they have kids, they have roots, they have family ties. So let's talk about what this 100-day deportation halt plus the new enforcement priorities means for us. So on January 20th, the Biden administration released an interim memo giving guidance to ICE and CBP and other government officials about what their enforcement priorities are for deportation. As I mentioned, persons can be deportable in the US for a number of reasons. Number one, just simply being here without permission or committing certain violations even after they have a green card. What this memo says is this: the government is directing officials to refocus their efforts on deporting people to these three categories. The first is they will prioritize removing people who are a threat to national security. What this means is that they will focus efforts on removing people who are a threat to national security or who have engaged in espionage. The second category of priority for removal will be persons who try to enter illegally into the US through the border as of November 1st, 2020. So if you do try to come in illegally as of November 1st, 2020, then you will be a priority for deportation. And the third category will be persons who pose a threat to public safety. The way that they're defining this is this: if you have been convicted of an aggravated felony or are a threat to national security or public safety in any other way, then you will be a priority for removal. So let's break it down. What does all this mean for a regular person? So, as we know, over the past 4 years, if you were simply here unlawfully, that became reason enough to significantly fear the threat of deportation. Whereas before, you may have been able to live here peacefully with no interference, without really being worried. Now, you did know that underneath the Trump administration, you could be a target for being forced out of this country no matter what. But according to this, what they're saying is that the government is now directing officials to focus their energy and their resources on targeting these three categories of persons. However, they do say that even if you don't fall within these three categories, it does not necessarily mean that you wouldn't be removed. So still be careful, still talk to a lawyer to find out what your options are and to get your status fixed. Now here's the creme de la creme, according to me, is this: there is going to be a 100-day halt on deportations as of today. As of today, if you are in a deportation case, there will be a halt upon your removal. But this does not apply to everyone. There are 3 exceptions to this. And as always, there's always going to be some sort of exception. So let's talk about what they are. The first exception to the 100-day moratorium on deportations are persons who are a threat to national security. So again, if you have engaged in terrorism or espionage, then you do not get to be relieved of deportation. The second is, again, going back to what I stated earlier, if you were not in the US as of November 1st, 2020, if you came into the US after this date, then there is no halt on your deportation. And the third is, if you already agreed to voluntarily waive your right to be here in the US, then you cannot benefit from this halt on deportations. I would surmise to say that this is a small percentage of persons, and this 100-day moratorium on deportations is going to benefit a lot of families. So that's it. That's my little breakdown of the new memo that has come out, halting deportations and reprioritizing the removal priorities of the government. I hope this helps. If you have a question on your case, you can contact me at 212-248-7907. I can help you no matter what state you're in because I work in all 50 states. If you need a consultation on your case, don't hesitate to call so we can find out what your options are. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of the next video that comes out. I'm Amira Rahman, the immigration attorney, here to help you navigate this complex world of immigration. See you next time. This video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. For proper legal advice on your case, please call us to set up a consultation.